Coming up in this video from Ireland, we're sharing all the nitty-gritty details in a day-in-the-life video from the Wild Atlantic Way. Welcome to a video from Ireland in our European van life series. We are Ben, Rebecca, and Lucia. In 2021, we shipped our 4x4 camper van Denny across the Atlantic in search of new experiences and adventures. Welcome to the journey. Well, good morning from a beach. Don't know the exact name of it, but it's outside of Ballyconnolly here on the Wild Atlantic Way, roughly about the center of the western coast of Ireland. Hope you're having a great day. We have just spent 5 nights here on this amazing beach. This is a free park up. Locals came down to camp. Travelers passed through here. It was absolutely awesome. So today, oh, there's that wind. It's been windy here. I'm gonna back up, but today we're just gonna share what a repositioning day is like. So very much logistical stuff, like we need to find water, finding some trash would be nice, fuel, grocery shopping, a new place to camp, stuff of that nature. So you'll get a real slice of what it's like traveling. And I know my buddy Troy likes those cliche coffee montages, so I'm gonna spare you from that, but I will throw in a cliche drone montage shortly. So we have extra stuff that we just don't have space for, and it gets put into the cab area of the truck. Obviously, you just saw water bottles. There's juices in there because juice is nice for breakfast. And then we have what we call grandma's cart. These are great for when you have to walk and get groceries. This is our bag of leveling blocks. And then this is a pantry bag. You can see some teas and Ziploc stuff in there. There's just not always enough room for everything. And then Lucy's backpack. And then this, normally we don't carry this around, but these are 1-gallon jugs of diesel motor oil that I got for $18 on the military base here. Actually, not here, over in England. So we're probably about 400 or 500 miles away from needing an oil change, but with the price of everything oil related here in diesel, I just couldn't pass up getting those gallon jugs. Well, there's still a few things left to do, but all the junk has been cleared out of the front. Can't forget my swim trunks that are drying from yesterday's swim. Over here on this side, I have the Costco version of the club. I did not need that here. It's just a habit. As you can see, I didn't even have it locked, but it's more also just to get it out of the way. But after being in Spain and even heck back home in Alaska a couple years back, we just got used to putting the club on the steering wheel. Okay, this acrylic case has all the camera gear we're going to need for the day. And I store this case right here next to my legs, but we're gonna fly the drone on our way out of here, so I will just set that aside, keep a battery, keep a GoPro, but it just rides nicely right there. So I can only carry so much with 2 hands and holding a camera. So I still have the drinks. Most likely I'll finish the coffee before we even leave here. Okay, back here, everything is in order. I put the camp chairs away last night. So also back here we have our trasharoo, which gets used many ways. There is trash in it right now. Down at the very bottom is some firewood And we kind of put the dog poo bags there.
Since space is pretty limited on our floor, we tend to take turns in the morning routine. Ben typically gets down and gets ready first, and then I come along behind so that I can finish the interior prep. This morning, since we're on the hunt for water, I squeezed in one last shower, because we always do that right before we fill the tank. Get as much out of the tank as you can before you fill it back up. And now, time to get ready for the day and get the truck closed up so that we can hit the road.
So something else, it takes a few minutes to do, but I get a jump on it. But Lucy, come on, ven aquí, mija. There we go. Time to get the dog potty and seat belted in. There we go. Good girl. Okay. Pick Lucy up because it's a big jump, and we've actually never taught her how to jump in and out of the truck. She is more than capable of it, though, but we kind of like the little bit of, I don't know, never doing it in the first place, so we don't have to worry about her jumping out whenever we open the door, because she can fly. And here's her formal seatbelt, and there's zero chance of me doing this one-handed. So, okay, Lucy is all harnessed up, and we have a legitimate dog seatbelt harness with metal clasps, and yeah, it is the real thing. And then this gets hooked right onto the back, just like so. We do this for a number of reasons. We started doing it with Shelby, but for many years, up until like 2018, we never seatbelted our dogs in. But Shelby was small, and we were traveling in California one day, and one of our longtime followers, I forget the actual name of who it was, but they were in their fifth wheel, and an accident happened, and they were okay, but their dog did not survive. It got ejected from the vehicle, and we're like, hell no, that is not going to happen on our watch. So ever since then, we got Shelby this collar that Lucy's wearing, and it's been great. So whenever we're in an automobile, she is properly seat belted in, and just gives us peace of mind. And also, I believe it is France, dogs have to be seat belted in according to the law. So it's just a good habit, and maybe you want to consider doing it for your pets. I know you're busy chasing reflections, but you don't mind the seatbelt, do you? You'll never get them. It's coming from my camera, actually, so whenever I turn it away, there's the reflection. Oh, it's gone. Where'd it go? Oh, turn the camera. Oh, it's back.
Once I'm ready for the day, I start working on buckling up the inside. And I've already cleaned all of the counters off and everything, so you don't have to suffer through seeing that. But I thought I'd show you kind of our checklist that we go through to make sure everything in the truck is secure. So first of all, I make sure that, oh, and look, I missed one, that these cabinets are buckled closed so that they don't fly open and the stuff flies out. So we've got them on both sides. Then I push the TV back all the way into the corner and stack the pillows against it so that it doesn't fly back and forth. Now that is a rough road thing we do. If we're on big, fast highways, we don't necessarily do it. But curvy, bumpy, little roads, it gets done. Then I make sure both of the windows are closed and that all three of the hooks are done so that the windows are secure. Bed's already made. And moving into the kitchen then, I make sure that the vent is closed and the fan is off. And I make sure that all of these cabinets are closed. So I left one open to show you. You just click that. It's a baby-proof lock, but it works for this too. And I check all of the cabinets. Make sure they won't open. You can see the cabinets get cleared off. Nothing stays on. And I cover up the sink. Then, coming into the dining room, Lucia's bowl and and mats serve dual purpose. This refrigerator compartment gets quite warm. And actually I see that someone, not me, oh, interesting. This is why we double check everything. This is supposed to go across like that. It was stuck in the back. Normally our eggs aren't in the fridge since we've been in Europe, but this one grocery store we went to last week only had cold eggs. Anyway, I make sure that those doors are closed for that very reason. This refrigerator compartment gets kind of warm. So we've started putting Lucy's food bowl with her little mat so it doesn't get dirty right there, and we vent the refrigerator lid. I also need to do the booster, but I'm going to have Ben help me with that in a minute. While he's going around, I make sure that the inverter is off and I flip the water switch off. I also make sure that our shower head is down, and you can see why. In the shower last week, it fell off and broke, so we have to get a new one from home because they don't have oxygenic shower heads here. But we make sure it lays down there, and it's supposed to make it not break.
So that booster thing, over the past 8 months, we've been battling a water leak in the back when it was actually, I fixed the water leak, but it was actually just needing months to dry out. Long story, maybe I'll share it around a campfire with you. But at this time, I was not really feeling the urge to drill too many more holes into the side or top of our camper. So that's why we kind of have the temporary situation for the booster.
All right, so anyway, booster, and I open the window.
Oh, let me get it. Let me free it up.
Okay. And I wait for Ben to free it up, and I pull the cord through here. He frees it up. Very hard to do one-handed. The antenna comes in, and then I close the window and close this back down. I also make sure that it's unplugged and the slide is off. Okay, last kind of weird thing that we do, but if we don't set something on these cushions, they slide off every time we drive. And by accident, I figured out that if the extra blankets we have were stacked here, and somebody left their beach towel up, and slid the table over, then those cushions don't fall off. And the reason it matters is because they get really dirty when they get on the ground. So, did I forget anything?
I got the little boom box off the wall unit. So the computers are braced so they don't flop around.
This has to come out.
The set screw for that microphone
broke.
It's just not holding anymore.
So now we put it back here behind the pillows so it doesn't break. We braced the computers already so they don't jiggle around.
Yep. I think that's about it.
Oh, and I do set everything I need to take to the car here on the table throughout the morning so I don't forget anything. So I've got a little juice box charger that's full, one of our burner phones, I think Ben has the other, my cell phone, the case for the camera, sunglasses, my drink I made for the morning, spray bottle, and...
What's the spray bottle for?
My purse. The spray bottle is because we have a little puppy who is taken to barking quite a lot. And this is our technique for addressing that. If she barks, she gets a squirt and a no bark. It's what our trainer in the States taught us to do, so...
It's about the best we can do.
It's working. She's getting better for sure. And final step, bringing in the bags Ben showed you earlier with our pantry items. Sometimes it's just 2 bags, sometimes it's 3. When we do our oil change, which isn't due yet, it might go back down to 1 or 2. But I just set them back here in the corner. And I don't know, it's working to do it this way. It's different from the way we did it in the States, but it's working. Then our abuela bag goes in the bathroom, which is drying out from my shower, and
how about
Lucy's bag.
And just because the consequences of not doing something really suck, I give the cab a second double check. Okay, running out of things that need to be done. The steps get put away.
Today we're starting out with me in the driver's seat, which isn't usually how our mornings start. I do drive over here, just like I did at home. But Ben usually always starts out in the morning because I'm not a morning person. He wants to fly the drone today though, and I'd rather drive the truck than the drone. So, here we go.
These Go Treads are great for leveling out the truck nice and easy, and then we have some of these old school Lynx levelers as backups. And that bag gets set right here by the door. Well, that was a nice drone montage, and we did a driver's switch because with my back injuries, I'm actually more comfortable driving because I can sense the oncoming bumps or potholes that just make my back hurt, and then I can kind of brace myself better with the steering wheel, the door, and the armrest. So yeah, back injuries suck, but this is what works best for us. And now we are going to head towards Galway, and we may see some of the other things that we need to do along the way. But one thing in Galway is a pet food store because Lucy needs a new batch of pet food, and we like to buy it in months upon end because changing the dog's food every 30 to 60 days isn't necessarily the best thing, at least in our opinion. So we found a very large kind of the equivalent of Petco or PetSmart here, and it appears like they have a nice selection, and we'll be able to test out a bag, and if she likes it, then we'll be in a position where we can stock up, and like we did in Croatia, we probably bought 7 months of Lucy's food in Croatia. So now time to log some kilometers or miles depending on where you're from. Okay, we found a fuel station, and it is $1.99 per liter for diesel. Euro, sorry. So that's about as good as it's getting at this time in life.
And there's a Lidl across the street,
Yes.
so maybe I should go start grocery shopping.
Yeah.
This one busy fuel station, and now there's a car wash. Lidl, however you say it, has fast become our favorite grocery store in Europe. I suppose at home now too, because they're at home. But they just have quality produce, quality groceries, fair amount of organic options, and they're really reasonably priced. So I hope I have €1 with me. Got it. Now the question is, will it take €1 or a 2? It takes €1. There we go. We've been here almost a year and I still forget about paying for your trolley. It's not a cart, it's a trolley. Spaghetti sauce looks good and it's on sale. Might be good to get a couple of ciders. Original or pear? Let's do original. All right, cider down. And I'll get some orange juice.
Well, there's nothing good I can say about this, but we took about 95 liters And with the current exchange rate, it's about 188 euros and dollars. Well, on that tank, we got 316 miles. That's really good because at the point we were at, if we were cruising the interstates in America, we probably would have gotten about 270 miles. So percentage-wise, driving slow does pay off.
I do think we need some toilet paper and some paper towel. We do need ice, but I'll come back for it at the end. And otherwise, I'm not super inclined to get too many things for the freezer because it just doesn't hold the temperature well enough. Things get a little mushy in there, except for the meats that go way down at the bottom in the back.
Okay, so I'm now across the street at the grocery store parking lot, which is stores over there, but you can't see it because of this building. But I will get a jump on Rebecca returning with groceries.
One thing I like about the milk here is that for an extra 14 cents, you can get organic. These are my weaknesses. They have the little tiny cheesecakes, so they're a really perfect serving size, but they taste so good.
And when I say jump, I mean opening the cabinets so stuff can be put in them easy. Get the freezer lid ready. It also includes cleaning out the refrigerator of all the rotten produce and things that are just getting old. And I know Rebecca's going to get here if I try doing dishes, so I squirt a little soap in the leftovers type of containers and just let them do their thing. It usually works out fine and they come clean later.
All right, well, this isn't the first time you guys have seen us grocery shop, so I kind of just got down to business and got it done. Lots of produce, some meats. I definitely can feel the prices going up here. Paid a little bit more than I normally would expect to pay, maybe like $15 more. But now to unpack.
Good haul?
I thought I was doing really well, and then I got up to the front and I was like, wow, I kind of...
150?
115.
115? All right.
Yep.
Well, I got things ready.
Good.
While Rebecca was unpacking groceries, I went across the street back to that gas station, which had a little mini supermarket and a deli counter. And I'm not exactly sure what kind of sandwich it is, but that's one, and that's the other, and we'll share. Okay, well, I was just about to compliment the gas station rest area food scene here in Europe, but those sandwiches were good from far, but far from good. But we did get 3 things ticked off our list. We got some lunch, we got groceries, and we got a full tank of diesel. Now we can try to make it to a pet food store to get Lucy some grub. Okay, well, one of the challenges over here in Europe is that they put these height barriers on the parking lots for shopping malls, and they don't always work in our favor. That's pretty darn frustrating.
It just didn't seem like there were good parking options for us so we could both go in. So I'm gonna go by myself, and mostly it's just like we've been cooped up all week, kind of, so it would have been fun to go in together and pick something out for her, but I'm gonna get some food, and she really needs a new ball because that is like Lucy's favorite toy. Wow. We have some serious choices here. Look at all of this. All right.
Well, I'm parking in an area I'm not supposed to, but there is nobody back here. It's the loading docks, and we really don't have much of a choice The dog needs food. This is a store, and they got those barriers up, and those barriers are like so close, like exactly on our height of the vehicle. How you doing, Luch? Waiting for mama, huh? Where's the mama? That's all this dog cares about.
But I was able to find the Akana brand for Lucia, which I've actually seen in the States. And it has a 4.5 or 5-star rating, depending on which one you get, from the dog food advisory website, whatever, anyway. Hello. I went shopping just for you. You want to see what I got you? Yeah, that's the ball that needs to go in the trash because it's all broken.
Okay, Rebecca has found on Park for Night a Circle K that potentially has water and trash. Yeah, that would qualify as very slow. Well, this chapter of our lives is full of new things, and this is the first time I've seen a pay dumpster. The gas station here has like little trash cans, but we have like a week's worth of trash, so I had to go inside and buy a ticket. Voucher number 662 489 3475. Opening. Well, that's an ominous sound. Ensure no waste protruding. Press enter to proceed. Okay. There we go. All right, mark that one off our list, and we're $8 or €8 lighter.
I think we're giving up on the water. I have stood here the whole time we've been doing everything else, and it is not much.
Yeah.
We may have gotten a few gallons, so we'll take what we got. We got everything else done. We'll find somewhere else to get more water.
And that's just the way it goes.
You're gonna have to go straight back for a ways and then cut your turn.
Okay, that may not necessarily have been exactly what we wanted, but in some ways it was what we needed to get rid of some trash. And now we need to find our spot for the night, and it is a 4:45, and Google says we have 53 minutes to get to our next destination.
All right, coming up on the place we're hoping to stay tonight. You can see a couple of vans out there already. Right on the water again. I really am just loving the Wild Atlantic Way. It is so pretty here. The views are spectacular, and it really is still kind of wild.
Welcome to our spot for tonight, tomorrow night, maybe another night. Who knows? Those chapters haven't been written yet. This will work just fine. Had a little hiccup when we got here because we always test the internet because obviously we work just like most of you. And the phone that had best internet wasn't connecting to the hotspot. So we actually had to swap SIM cards, and it's kind of frustrating, but yet it's also par for the course. And it's challenging being digital nomads out here traveling and trying to be responsible adults and working. You have to have the patience to persevere and sometimes think outside the box. So, hey, in many ways it's worth it, because instead of sitting in a cubicle working, we are here in glorious Ireland. So, thanks for riding along with us today. We will see you in the next one.
That's my good nugget. Water dog.
Oops. Oh, the instinct is to go to the right, eh?
Uh-huh. Oh, these are all labeled though.
Oh, I know. We're quite a ways away. I just tried to get you close.